London, 1935, August. I've been back in the old country 3 months and frankly wondering why. No exercise to speak of, the weather made me liverish, and the talk of the ordinary Englishman made me sick. I had enough of the restaurants and parties and race meetings. Know how to go about with, which probably explains things. Hoppy Binge, lost to the Canadian Treasury. Tommy Delaray married off to a blonde heiress in Chicago. Chip Carruthers, eaten by a crocodile in the Limpopo. Leaving me, Richard Hannay, 37 years old, sound in wind and limb, back home. Which was no home at all, if you wanted to know. Just a dull little rented flat in West One. Portland Place, actually. And I was bored. No, more than bored. Tired. Tired of the world and tired of life, to be honest. So, I called in my broker. He wasn't in. Dropped into my club full of old colonial buffers. Had a scotch and soda. Picked up an evening paper. Put it back. Full of elections and wars and rumors of wars. And I thought, who the bloody hell cares, frankly? What does it matter? What happens to anyone? What happens to me? I wouldn't miss me. I could quite surely just... And then I thought, come on, Hannay. Pull yourself together, man. Find something to do, you bloody fool. Something mindless and trivial. Something utterly pointless. Something... I know. A West End show. That could do the trick.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. And now, with your kind attention, I have the immense honor and privilege to presenting to you one of the most remarkable men ever in the whole world, Mr. To memory 50 new facts and remembers every one of them. Facts from history and from geography, from newspapers and scientific books. In fact, more facts is in his brain than is possible to conceive. Settle down, please. For I will also mention that before retiring, Mr. Memory has finally consented to leaving his entire brain to the British Museum for scientific purposes. Thank you!
Thank you! I will now place myself in a state of mental readiness for this evening's performance and clear my inner being of all extrinsic and supernumerary material. Is this evening?
Now, are you ready for the questions, Mr. Memory?
Quite ready, sir. Thank you.
Thank you!
Thank you!
Thank you! Now, first questions, please. Come on now. Please. Oh, yes, sir. Sponsor. Who won the cup in 1926? Who won the cup in 1926, Mr. Memory?
Who won the cup in 1926? The Tottenham Hotspurs won the cup in 1926, defeating the Arsenal Gunners by 5 goals to 0 in the presence of His Majesty King George V. Is that right, sir?
Oh, quite right, Mr. Memory!
Thank you!
Thank you! Now, next question, please. Yes. Oh, yeah. What was Napoleon's horse called, eh? What was Napoleon's horse called, Mr. Memory?
What was Napoleon's horse called? Napoleon's horse was called Bellerophon, which he rode for the last time at Waterloo.
Waterloo?
June 15th, 1815. Is that right, sir? Yeah.
Oh, quite right, Mr. Memory!
Thank you!
Thank you! Oh, yes, sir. How old's Mae West, eh? How old's Mae West, Mr. Memory?
Oh, I know, sir, but I never tell a lady's age.
Oh, very good, Mr. please.
I say,
Who's that? Oh, yes, sir.
how far is Winnipeg from Montreal?
A gentleman from Canada. We welcome you.
Thank you.
Mother, how far is Winnipeg from Montreal, Mr. Memory?
Winnipeg from Montreal, sir. Winnipeg from Montreal. That would be 1,554 miles. Is that right, sir?
Quite right.
Thank you, sir.
You, sir.
Right, sir.
All right.
And our next question, please.
Did you hear that?
Excuse me.
Yes.
May I come home with you?
What's the big idea?
Well, I'd like to.
Calm down, please. Well, it's a bit complicated, you see. I've got the decorators in and...
Please, you have to.
Well, it's your funeral.
How far was Winnipeg from Montreal? Bellerophone? Who won the cup in 1926? King George? The next question, please.
That's enough, Mr. M.
I know, sir, but I never...
That was Mr. Memory.
Thank you.
Don't forget his name now.
Thank you.
Mr. Memory.
Never can find the light. Damn it.
Turn it off! Quickly! Light!
Sorry.
Light!
Light.
Light! Light! Pulse the light!
Oh, lines. Sorry. Lines. Yes. Sorry about that. Have a drink, why don't you?
Thank you. Mr. Hammond,
How do you know my name?
I saw it in the lobby.
Ah, right. Oh, hello. There's the telephone.
Please don't answer it!
Why not?
Because I think it's for me. Don't answer it!
Now look here.
Yes?
Am I allowed to know your name?
You don't want to know my name.
Don't I?
Schmidt.
Schmidt.
Annabella Schmidt.
So what's the story, Annabella Schmidt?
Mr. Hammond,
Yes?
may I be very impertinent for a moment and ask for something to eat?
But of course. Would you care for some haddock?
Haddock would be wunderbar, thank you.
Nothing like a spot of haddock. Now look here.
Yes?
It was you who fired that revolver in the theater, wasn't it? It wasn't a great show, but it wasn't that bad.
It was a diversion. There were two men in that theater trying to shoot me.
You should be more careful in choosing your gentleman friends.
No jokes, Mr. Hammond, please.
Beautiful, mysterious women pursued by gunmen. Sounds like a spy story.
That's exactly what it is. Only I prefer the word agent better.
Secret agent, I suppose? For which country?
I have no country.
Born in a balloon, eh?
Mr. Hammond, please! I am being pursued by a very brilliant secret agent of a certain foreign power who is on the verge of obtaining highly confidential information vital to your air defense. I tracked two of his men in that music hall. Unfortunately, they recognized me.
Ever heard of a thing called persecution mania?
You don't believe me?
Frankly, I don't.
They are in the street this moment underneath your English lamppost. Take a look, why don't you? But be careful. Now, do you believe me?
You win.
Mr. Hannon, I am going to tell you something which is not very healthy. It will mean either life or death. But if I tell you, then you are involved.
Involved?
You wish to be involved.
Tell me!
Very well. Have you ever heard of the 39 steps?
What's that? A pub?
Your English humor will not help, Mr. Hannon. I tell you, these men will stop at nothing. And I am the only person who can stop them. It is only
Yes?
May I stay tonight, please?
But of course, you can stay in my bed.
Thank you.
I'll get a shakedown in the armchair.
As you wish. And one more thing.
Oh, your haddock.
Mine haddock. I have rather lost the taste for haddock. No, I need
Yes?
a map of Scotland.
Scotland?
There's a man in Scotland who I must visit. If anything is to be done, an Englishman. He lives in a big house
Big house.
at a place called Atnashalach.
Sorry.
Atnashalach.
And the 39 steps?
Bring it to my room.
Certainly.
Good night, Richard.
Good night, Annabella. Annabella?
Richard! Oh, Richard!
No, listen here, Annabella. You just breezed into my life out of nowhere. You kept me all, involved. And frankly, I've never met anyone quite like you before. And frankly,
Richard! I am so sorry. So very sorry. I tell you, these men will stop at nothing. Nothing, you hear me? They act quickly. Now it is too late for me. Oh, my dear Richard. Should I?
golly.
There's a man in Scotland, only a matter of days, perhaps hours, before this secret is out of the country. I tell you, these men will stop at nothing. They act quickly, 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 quickly.
What you up to? I nearly died of fright.
Could you use a pound note, brother?
A pound note? A pound note? What's the catch?
I need your cap and coat.
Cap and coat? Cap and coat? What's the game? Spin out.
I need to get away.
Do a bump?
Yes?
What you been up to?
I have to trust you. There's been a murder on the first floor.
A murder? A murder by who? By you?
No! Why, those two men over there.
I see. So now the way good is go over a cop and come arrest him, right?
Quite true, I tell you. They're spies, foreigners. They murdered a woman in my flat, and now they're waiting for me.
I come off it funny jokes at 5 o'clock in the morning.
All right, I'll tell you the truth. Are you married?
Yes, but don't rub it in.
Well, I'm not, you see. I'm a bachelor.
Lucky you.
But I've been seeing this married woman.
Not a.
Point is, she was leading me on.
No.
It was all a setup.
Would you believe it?
See those two men over there?
I do.
You know who they are?
Don't tell me.
One's her brother, the other's her husband.
Cold blooded. I wouldn't be in your shoes. Here I have my cap and my coat.
Thank you.
Perfect.
I say, take a pound.
Pound? Very kind of you.
Take another.
2 pounds. God bless you, God. Leave the pony around the corner. You'll do the same for me one day.
Milk for sale. Milk for sale.
Hang on. That's my money you just give me. Oi! Come back here. Morning, Mr. Abbey. How you been keeping? What a lovely morning this morning it is this morning. What about this heat wave? I ain't seen
thing. They are much prettier now than they were 20 years ago.
More
Free and easy.
Remember the old-fashioned sort?
All bones and no bends.
Me wife. Look at this now. Our brand new and improved streamlined motto. Number 1.
Glory to behold. Got anything to go with it?
Oh, look at this one. A little beauty.
Now that is a sight for sore eyes.
Oh, you can say that again. The 2 wonders of the modern world.
I'll tell you what. You bring that back to me.
Oh.
When they're filled!
Oh! Get it?
Get it?
They're filled.
When they're filled!
Be shy.
Don't be shy.
That's the spirit.
That's the spirit.
Where are we now?
Halifax, Durham, Burke upon Tweed. Biscuit?
Oh, what's George?
Biscuit? No, thank you. Do it yourself. Oh! Here we are, Edinburgh Town.
That was a quick eight.
I wonder what won the 2 o'clock at Windsor.
I'll get a paper.
I'll go to the lavatory. Excuse me. Sorry.
Evening paper, ladies and gentlemen. Evening paper.
Evening paper, please.
Evening paper, sir.
Thank you, boy.
Thank you, sir. Evening paper, latest news.
Sorry.
Hello.
Good Lord!
What is it?
Been a woman murdered in a fashionable West End flat.
All these sex dramas never appealed to me. What one?
What one what?
The 2 o'clock at Windsor.
Oh yeah, the 2 o'clock at Windsor, eh? Bachelor boy.
Good!
7 to 4 on.
Not good!
Anyway, where was we? Ah, yes! Stabbed in the back she was. Portland Mansions, Portland Place.
By the BBC.
Oh.
Now that is the place to put someone to sleep.
Oh, a good one, mate.
What was she like? One of the usuals.
Well-dressed woman, about 35. Terrible.
Terrible.
It says Lieutenant Richard Hannay is missing.
You do surprise me.
Approximately 37. Dark wavy hair. Piercing blue eyes. And pencil mustache?
Excuse me.
Yes.
My little keeper.
Certainly.
Thank you.
Think I'll pop out to the buffet car. Finished? Fancy anything?
No, thank you.
No, thank you.
What you want?
Oh, good heavens! The place is stiff with police. Excuse me, Constable. You caught the West End murderer yet?
We'll catch him, don't you worry, sir.
That's the spirit.
All aboard, the Highlands! Next stop, the Highlands! Oh, anything suspicious, you'll let us know, sir?
Will do, Constable.
All aboard, all aboard!
Final audition, sir! Final audition!
All aboard, all aboard!
All right.
Keep your eyes peeled, sir.
Will do, Constable.
All aboard. Don't forget, sir.
No, I won't, Constable.
Read all about it! Read all about it!
All aboard, all aboard! Anything suspicious, you'll let us know, sir.
Will do.
Final audition, sir! Final audition!
All aboard, all aboard! Platform 12, miss. All aboard, let's be on you.
Final audition, sir! Final audition!
All aboard, all aboard!
Read all about it! Read all about in the buffet car. The police are searching the train. Every compartment.
Every compartment.
But listen, here's the book. There was a young man from there.
Excuse me.
Sorry, sir. I hope you don't mind us talking straw.
No, not at all, no.
We're on the run, you see.
From our lives.
We never go home.
We ride the railways until underwear.
That's all we do.
There was a young man from Nantucket who grew a Venus flytrap in a bucket. He said, when it grew, now what do? Do I keep it for breeding or...
Sorry.
Thanks in a rush.
Excuse me, sorry to disturb you. Have you seen this man? His name is Richard Hannay. Excuse me, sorry to disturb you, but have you seen this man? His name is Richard Hannay.
Darling, how lovely to see you.
Oh, someone's having a free lunch. And a free pudding too. I wouldn't wonder.
Listen, I'm so terribly sorry, but I had to do it. My name's Richard Hannay. I'm wanted for murder. I swear I'm innocent. But you've got to help me. I've got to be free in a few days. The safety of the country depends upon it.
Oh, sorry to disturb you, but have either of you seen a man passing through in the last few minutes? His name is Richard Hannay.
This is the man you want, Inspector?
Well, we came by just knew and saw you both well up. You know.
He pushed himself in here, forced himself upon me. His name is Richard Hannay.
Is your name Richard Hannay?
Certainly not.
What she just said. After him, Constable! Right, sir! Oh, we're on the full grid, sir! I can see that! Grab him, man!
Can I help?
Not right now, miss!
All right, I'll just stand here then.
Very good, miss!
Just a thought.
Yes, miss!
What about the communication cord?
Good idea, miss!
Shall I pull it?
Best if I do, miss!
Radio.
Pulling the communication cord!
Not the communication!
Crikey!
The suspect, Richard Hannay, managed to jump on the train onto the fourth bridge just outside Edinburgh. Police continued to pursue him, but he gave them a slip, hanging from the girders with his bare hands. The suspect is approximately 37 and about 6'1". Although he is clearly dangerous, he is quite good looking actually. With dark wavy hair, piercing blue eyes, and a very attractive pencil mustache. It is not known whether he survived this ordeal. Police continue to pursue him and he gives a slip. They had to call up the search in the gathering darkness. 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 Darkness.
Hello there!
Can I help ye?
Yes, I'm looking for work.
What kind of work?
I'm an itinerant laborer.
You'll find nothing of the sort in this vicinity.
Are there no big houses around here?
No big houses.
So what's that big house?
What big house?
That big house.
Oh, that big house.
Isn't that the big house?
That is a big house.
So whose is it then?
Professor Jordan's, I believe. An Englishman.
Englishman. It wouldn't happen to be called Atnam, would it?
Aye, it would.
Right. Well, I'll try there. Thank you so much. Here we go.
You won't tonight.
Won't I?
It's nearly 40 miles. The other side of the north.
No. Really, I'm sure I'll be fine. Thank you.
Margaret!
Aye.
Come here. We have a visitor.
Good evening, sir.
Evening.
You could stay here if you wanted.
Well, On second thought, that'd be very kind.
Can you eat the herring?
I could murder half a dozen right now.
And can you sleep in a box bed?
I can try.
That'll be 2 and 6.
Done.
Alright. See to the visitor and be quick about it.
Aye.
Your daughter.
Me what?
Well done.
Prepare the herring.
Aye.
I'll see to the coos.
Sorry.
I'll see to the coos.
Right.
Won't you come in, please?
Certainly.
There's your bed.
Marvelous.
Would you sleep there to me?
I could sleep about anywhere right now.
Oh, please sit down, must I go in with our super?
Thank you. Oh, I said,
Yes.
you wouldn't happen to have today's paper, would you?
My husband has the paper.
Ah! Right. So, been around these parts long?
No, I'm from Glasgow.
Glasgow.
Hi, did you ever see it?
No, I've never been.
Oh, you should. You should see Sachnahal Street on a Saturday night with all its fine shops and lights and trams and the cinema palaces and the crowds. It's Saturday night tonight.
Well, I've never been to Glasgow, but I've been to Edinburgh and Montreal and London.
London?
I can tell you all about London at supper.
Could he?
Certainly could.
No, John would nay approve of that, I doubt.
John?
My husband. He says it's best not to think of such places and all the wickedness that goes on there.
Or, I could tell you about it now, if you wanted.
Aye, he could.
What would you like to know?
Do all ladies paint their toenails?
Some of them.
And put rouge and lipstick on their faces?
They do, yes.
Do all London ladies look beautiful?
They wouldn't, if you were beside them.
Oh, you ought not to say that.
Ought not to say what?
I was just saying to your wife that I prefer living in the town to the country.
God made the country.
I certainly did.
Super ready, woman.
Almost.
Then carry yourself.
Excuse me. Might I have a look at your paper, please?
Suit yourself.
Thank you.
You didn't tell me your name.
Oh, Hammond.
Mr. Olham Hammond.
No, Hammond.
Here we are.
Marvelous.
I'll say a blessing before we begin.
Good idea.
Oh, most mighty and unforgiving Father, sanctify these bounteous and undeserved mercies upon us miserable sinners. Make us bow on bended knee. Make us truly thankful to all thy manifold blessings, and continually turn our loathsome hearts from wickedness, beating our gluttonous thoughts, and lashing our lustful desires as with a three-forked, flailing stick, pressing our bestial noses into the grindstone, and blinding our eyes to the powdery beads and bubbles of all worldly and wicked things. Amen.
Amen.
Oh, blinding light, oh, light that blinds, I can't see what is for me. Oh, I just remembered that I forgot to lock the barn. I will go and lock it.
Right here. Oh, sir, will
live behind me back. Get it! And as for ye...
Not so fast, my friend.
No, you must go now, but there's still a chance of liberty.
Listen, you've got it all wrong. She was only trying to help me.
I have been shame and disgrace upon me.
Actually, if you want to know, I'm on the run from the police.
The police!
They're after me for murder.
Murder? Police? They're here right now.
Don't let them in. Say I'm not here.
Ah,
Make it worth your while. How much? 9 pounds? In cash? Will you take a check?
don't be funny with me.
Hey,
Here.
I didn't trust him. Listen, he's double-crossing ye.
How much will you pay me if I show you where he is?
You must go now, but there's still a chance. Through the window. Not that window.
Which window?
The rear window. Wait.
What?
Your jacket.
My jacket?
Hi, it's a terrible light color.
Is it? It's the latest hair tweed.
I'm afraid they'll see you on the dark moors night. You execute this one.
This is your husband's jacket.
I, his Sunday best, so black they'll never see you.
What's this?
A hymn book.
I could sing a hymn if I could frighten.
Don't joke, I beg of ye.
What will happen to you?
Don't worry about me.
I wish I could take you away from all this.
No, this is my home.
What's your name?
Margaret.
Goodbye, Margaret. I'll never forget you for this.
Go now. Ah, there he is!
We're sorry to interrupt this program of popular Scottish romantic music to send your heart to quiver to bring you an important news flash. Richard Hannay, once in connection with the Portland Place murder, has been spotted on the moors near Loch Prinnet. Police have warned he is almost certainly armed and dangerous. Here's his description once again. The suspect is approximately 37, about 6'1", with dark wavy hair, piercing blue eyes, and of course, his very attractive pencil mustache. His time on Mars has actually made him slightly more rugged looking, which makes him even better looking than he did before. The suspect is currently up on an inhospitable terrain, and police can assure listeners that they're closing in with specialist squads, with foot, road, and by air.
There he is! Over there!
Which direction is that then?
That's north by northwest.
North by northwest. Why, that's the direction of
Professor Jordan's house.
Professor Jordan's house. Why's he going over there, I wonder?
No idea.
Oh, he disappeared again.
Oh no!
There he is!
Shoot, man, shoot!
Missed it. Same walls for potential Scotch miss.
Whoa! Wait! Oh my God!
What?
We're going to whoa!
What?
Oh God! Direction back. Hey, direction again! Oh God!
Oh, we're going to!
Oh no!
I'm so sorry to disturb you, but I'm looking for the professor. Professor Jordan?
I'm the professor's wife, Louisa Jordan.
I do beg your pardon, Miss Jordan. May I speak to the professor? It's really quite important.
May I know your name?
Yes, my name is Hammond. Tell him I'm a friend of Miss Annabella Schmidt.
Miss Annabella Schmidt. Please do come in, Mr. Hammond.
Thank you. Lovely house.
We like it. We're just having a few treats for my daughter Hillary's birthday with some well-to-do acquaintances of my husband, including the sheriff of the county. Later, we're organizing a shooting party if you would care to join us.
Thank you.
Shall we pop into the party? On second thought,
sorry to have kept you.
It's all right.
So you're from Annabella Schmidt? Do you have any news?
She's been murdered.
Murder? Yes, of course. The Portland place is there. And now the police are after you.
I didn't do it.
Of course you didn't do it, Mr. Hannay. I suppose it's safe to call you by your real name now.
Quite safe.
So what was it do you think Annabella was trying to tell me?
I think she was trying to tell you about a vital top secret air ministry secret. But she was killed by a foreign agent who's after the vital top secret air ministry secret too. But chiefly, she was looking for something called the 39 steps.
The 39 steps?
If we can find out what the 39 steps are, then...
So, tell me, Mr. Hannay, did she happen to tell you what this foreign agent looked like?
There wasn't time. Oh, yes! There was one thing. Part of his little finger was missing.
Which little finger?
This one, I think?
Are you sure it wasn't this one? This little finger?
I'm not sure.
I'm afraid, Mr. Hannay, you forced me into a very difficult position. You see, I live here as a respectable citizen. My very best friend is sheriff of the county, so my whole existence could become seriously jeopardized if it became known that I was not, shall we say, what I seem. What makes it doubly important that I simply cannot let you go is that I am indeed about to convey some very vital, top-secret information out of the country. Oh yes, I've got it all right. I'm afraid poor Annabella Schmidt would have been far too late. So it seems there is only one option. Unless, of course, you care to join us.
Join you?
You see, you're just the kind of man we need. Sharp, intelligent, cold-blooded, ruthless. When the war comes, these will be the exact qualities we need.
War?
Oh yes, indeed. We'll have quite a show of it. But this time, we'll win.
And what if I don't believe in those qualities?
What other qualities are there?
Goodness, kindness, selflessness, love.
Love? Oh, please, Mr. Hannay, when have you ever loved anyone? It's not in your nature, good sports. Never has been, has it? You have no heart, you see. That's why you are so alone. And you've gone to rent in Portland.
How the hell did you know about that?
Oh, we know you very well, chap. Such a sad story. So terribly, terribly sad. No home of your own, no one to share it with, so alone, so lost. And it doesn't have to be that way, you see. There is a home, and many, many to share it with. Many, 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 Hannay. The home, or Heim of the Masters, my Liebling. Come with us, my dear, as we crush the world in our mighty fist, crush all the little people, the tiny people, the insignificant people with all their outmoded sentimental notions, decency and goodness and love. Join us, Hannay. The master race of all the people of the world will bow on our great unstoppable march of ruthlessness and power, commanded eternally by destiny itself. So what do you say, old sport? Will you join us, Richard?
All right, Professor. If you think I'm suitable material.
Oh, I do! How utterly wonderful!
Oh, just one small thing. One tiny question before I sign up.
Of course! Ask away.
What exactly are the 39 steps?
The 39 steps? If I do say so myself, is my own brilliant idea, the very soul of the enterprise. But wait a minute. You thought you can join us in the nasty questions? You think he fools the fool?
Master Race? I despise you!
You're just as bad as she was. Annabella Schmidt with all her high-minded love of the people or her democratic bovine scheisse dribble. I thought for a moment you might, but you want to know what are the 39 steps? Let me tell you, Richard, the 39 steps you will never ever know.
Bugger!
cigarette cases, pocket watches, spectacle holders, but never a hymn book, Mr. Annie. Who'd have thought a hymn book could stop a bullet? Still, I'm not surprised. Some of those hymns are terrible hard to get through. And to think, calling himself a professor, whereas all along he was
A spy?
A spy. I can barely believe it. Tea, Mr. Honey.
No tea, thank you.
And to think, I was drinking the village champagne just a half an hour before.
Right?
Still, it's a lesson to us all. Pretty slick-suited for an amateur, Mr. Honey.
Thank you.
Sure about the tea?
I'm quite sure, thank you. Listen, Sheriff, ought we be taking steps? This is serious, you know. Otherwise, you don't suppose I'd put myself in your hands with a murder charge hanging over me?
Never be the murderer, Mr. Penny. I don't doubt you'd be able to convince Scotland Yard of your innocence as easily as you've convinced me. All I need is a short statement to forward to the proper authorities. I've someone coming down from the police station next door. Biscuit?
No, thank you.
Nice Garibaldi.
Listen, Sheriff, there's no time to be lost. He's got the information, and it's absolutely crucial to the safety of our air defense that it...
You are wishing to see me, sir? Indeed I am, Chief Inspector. Do you think I enjoy playing time with a murderer?
Murderer?
Murderer? Richard Hannay, you are under arrest under a willful murder of a woman unknown in a Portland Place mansion in London on Tuesday last. Take him to the county jail.
You heard my story. It's true, every word of it.
Listen, Hannay, we're no such imbeciles in Scotland as some smart Londoners may think. I don't believe your cook and bull story about the professor. Why, he's my best friend in the district. Get me Professor Jordan.
If the professor didn't shoot me, where did this bullet come from?
Grab it, man! You're in deep water, Hannay, and it's getting deeper by the second. Yes, who is this? This is the sheriff of the county, and I thank you to... Professor Jordan! I do apologize. Most humbly, sir. Yes, sir. Well, just to let you know, sir, we've apprehended the villain, sir. Indeed, we have, sir. Yes, sir.
I demand that you allow me to speak to your foreign office in London.
Foreign officer in London. Handcuffs, Inspector. Handcuffs are going on now, sir.
Come along quietly, sir. Please, sir.
I don't think so.
He's escaping! Stop him! Stop that man! No, sir. Everything's fine. Yes, sir. Everything's just tickety-boo.
Excuse me. I wonder if you can possibly help me with something.
What? Hello, you're here at last.
Am I?
He's here, Mr. McQuarrie! Mr. McQuarrie!
Oh, he's here. Thank the Lord. Thank the Lord. Oh, see now.
Thank ye. I shall now call upon our ever-popular chairman, Mr. McQuarrie, to introduce this evening's special guest speaker. Mr. McQuarrie, if you would please.
Shanky, yes. Yeah, it's my naughty picture, yeah. Tonight this sauce, and this for this.
Speak up, Mr. McQuarrie, sir.
Speak up!
Speak up, I.
Speak up, I. Yeah, yes, no, I know, okay, but the most this guy, he's, what's this, it's sauce, Darcy, yeah, no,
Well there, ladies and gentlemen. I do apologize for my slight hesitation in addressing you all just now, but to tell you the simple truth, I'd entirely failed while listening to the chairman's flattering description to realize he was talking about me. Thank you very much. Anyways, when I journeyed up to Scotland a few days ago over that magnificent structure, the Forth Bridge, I had no idea how delighted I would be to be addressing such a historic gathering. And furthermore, how relieved I would feel to be so happily delivered of the cares and anxieties that are so often the lot of a man in my position. So tonight, we're here, as you know, to discuss the... Oh, hello. Do you take a seat? Good heavens. Hello.
Hello.
Tonight, we're here to discuss... What shall we discuss? I know. How about the idle rich? Not that I can talk about that, because I'm not rich and I've never been idle. Thank you. In fact, my whole life I've been pretty busy, actually. Well, not recently. Recently, I've been in a bit of a slump. Well, not that recently. Recently, the last few days, everything's gone a bit haywire, frankly. Pretty damn difficult, actually. But the odd thing is, you carry on. And it's pretty bloody bracing when you do. There's no time to think, and your mind's singing, and your heart's racing like the Flying Scotsman. And suddenly, you realize that you care about the world, and about the people in the world. And people are pretty damn good at things when you think about it. They're not little, or tiny, or insignificant, because they know what's right. And they fight for it. That's right, they do. If they have to. Not for ruthlessness or power, but for goodness and kindness and decency. And yes, all right, love! Is that such an outmoded sentimental notion? Well, is it? So look here, let's vote for a new world, for a better world. A world where no neighbor plots against neighbor, where no nation plots against nation, where there's no suspicion or hunting down, a world where cruelty and fear have been forever banished. That's something worth fighting for. Well, isn't it? So I'm asking each and every one of you, you, and you, and you, and you, and you, and you, and definitely you. Is that something worth fighting for? Yeah. Because that's the sort of world I want. So what do you say? Shall we vote for it? Vote for a new world, a braver world, and above all, vote for Mr. McCrocodile. Thank you. Where have I heard those words before? I'm the one, miss.
Yes, definitely, he's the one.
I suppose you think you've been damn clever.
Officers, kindly tell your prisoner not to insult me, please.
Come on, man. You heard me speaking the truth in a railway carriage. You must have seen that I was being genuine.
That'll be all, ma'am. And thank you for your help.
Don't mention it. Goodbye, officers.
All right, just listen, please. You have to. There's an enormously important secret being taken out of the country by a devilishly brilliant foreign agent. I can't do anything about it myself because of these fool detectives. But if you phone Scotland Yard and tell them this.
Beg pardon. Miss On?
Edwards? Pamela Edwards?
Right, on second thoughts, between us, we, would like you to come too.
Me? Whatever for?
Identify prisoner.
Right, yeah, definitely.
But I've already told you who he...
Just to the police station we'll be taking a miss.
Well, where is the police station?
It's, in...
Right.
Right, Inverary, miss, yeah, that's the one, yeah.
Inverary? But that's nearly...
40 miles.
40 miles!
Is to be questioned by Procurator Fiscal personally.
Yeah,
Procurator Fiscal personally.
It's essential for public security.
Essential for public security.
That's right.
Yeah.
Well, it's absolutely necessary.
Thank you, miss. If you come to the car, please, miss.
The what?
Oh.
this is the road south and Marais north, surely.
There's a tree.
Tree!
Fallen down.
Took everything out.
Hit the
Completely
bridge.
gone. Bridge
All
is
that.
obliterated.
We got to go around.
Boogaloo.
Don't worry, miss. It's all right. I know the way.
Yeah, he knows the way.
Right.
Roy.
Oh, excuse me, Inspector.
Yep.
Might I see your warrant?
You shut your mouth.
Would you like to have a small bet with me, Pamela? All right then, I'll have it with you, Sherlock. I bet you 100 to 1 that your procurator fiscal has a top joint of his little finger missing.
Wait, why are we stopping?
Get out of the way, you damn sheep.
A whole flock of detectives.
There's nothing for it. We'll have to clear the way ourselves.
Strange.
Come on, man.
It's also easy on a stick fall. Look how suddenly it's come down out of nowhere.
Come on.
What about him?
What are you doing? Unchain this handcuff.
Hey, well, miss, you're a special constable.
Special.
Now, right.
Yeah.
As long as you stay, he stays.
Roy.
Now, come on, let's clear the road. Oh, you know what you mean to me.
Away, you blatant brutes! And as long as I go, you go. Come on.
What are you doing?
Now you listen to me. Feel this pistol?
Yes.
Do you want me to shoot you stone dead?
Not particularly, no.
Then get a move on.
They got away.
Where'd they go?
How do I know? If we don't find them,
Yes?
our lives won't be worth living.
Oh my god! Roy,
What?
we need to find.
What?
I'll check back here.
Wait.
What?
The car.
Where?
There.
Oh, Roy, yeah.
Take it.
I'm taking it.
Oh, go find them.
Gotta find them.
I just said
I
that.
know you just said that.
And don't say it again.
Alright.
Now, come on.
Come on.
Now where are we?
No idea. Come on.
Not across that horrid, smelly bog.
I'm afraid so. Sorry.
I can't move.
Yes, you can.
Ow!
Right, under this waterfall. Come on.
Help!
Now you listen to me. One more peep out of you, and I'll shoot you first and myself after. I mean it. All right, over those boulders. Boulders.
I don't know what you're so happy about. You never stated, what chance have you got tied to me?
I'd save that question for your husband if I were you.
I don't have a husband.
Lucky 10. Come along.
Now you listen here, Richard Hannay. Those policemen will catch you as soon as it's light out. You know that, don't you?
Now you listen, Pamela, whatever your name is.
Edwards?
Edwards. You don't know a Schnoggle Edwards.
No.
Funny, you look just like him. But as I told you before, these policemen are not real policemen.
So you're still sticking to your silly penny novelet spy story?
20 million women on this island, and have got to be chained to you. I'll tell you this one more time, and I'm telling the truth. There is a dangerous conspiracy against this country. We're the only people who can stop it.
The gallant knight to the rescue.
All right then. You're alone on a dark moor, manacled to a common murderer who will stop at nothing to get you off his hands. If that's the kind of situation you prefer, then have it, my girl, and welcome.
I am not crossing that river!
Only a stream.
It's a right torrent! Take me back!
No taking it back now, I'm afraid. Sorry. No.
Put me down!
Put it down!
Put me down!
Put it down!
I said put me down!
I'm trying! Get off! Better now.
Thank you.
All right, come on.
No, that's it! I've had it with you! I'm not moving another inch, that's fine!
We're in the middle of a thunderstorm.
So,
Come on!
no! You don't care, do you? Look at me! Cold, miserable, my wrist hurts. It's pouring with rain! The rain
a terrible highly night, Willie.
Aye.
All that rain rushing down the glen. I wouldn't want to be out in that tonight.
No.
Hello?
Did you hear that?
Aye.
Hello?
There it goes again. Oh, look, Willie. It's a young couple. Come out for the night. Oh, come away in, sir. Come away in. Oh, the poor lass is so terrible wet.
Thanks awfully. We had an accident with our car a few miles back.
Oh, have you no luggage?
Sorry.
Have you no luggage?
Have ye no luggage?
Oh, yes, of course. It's in the car.
Oh, in the car, of course. Well, welcome to the McGargle Hotel. I am Mrs. McGargle, and this is my dear husband, Willie McGargle.
How do you do?
You can be sure that at the McGargle Hotel, a warm McGargle welcome awaits ye.
Wonderful. As I was saying.
Isn't that right, Willie?
Great, as I was
That's right, it's all been off season.
Right. We'd like to book a room if you could accommodate us.
Ah, a room, of course. Well, let us see. We've, just the, one room with the, one bed in it. But ye will not be minding that, I suppose.
No. Quite the opposite.
You are man and wife.
Yes.
Yes. I thought you were. Well, if you would name and register him, please. Willie, the book.
Thank you. Actually, can't write with my right hand. Got a bit,
Bruised.
sorry.
Clanking the car.
Cranking the car. Quite right. I know. How about you sign Pamela, my darling? The sooner you get used to writing your new name, the better. Do you remember what it is?
No.
Oh, I think you do. Don't you, darling? Mr. and Mrs. Henry Hawkinson. Hollycock, Hammersmith, Hampshire. Well done, darling.
Oh, there we are. Will ye be needing your supers?
Sorry.
Will ye be needing your supers? Will ye be needing your supers?
Ah, yes, splendid. Just a large whiskey and a soda and a couple of sandwiches. Ah, and a glass of milk.
Ah, of course. Well, if you would follow me to your room, please.
Of course.
Here we are. A fine roaring fire.
Oh, marvelous.
All right now, dearie. Open that wet skirt of yours and I'll have it dried in the kitchen.
Oh, it'll dry by the fire just as well.
Oh, I don't mind.
Thanks, all the same.
Oh, no doubt the gentleman will take good care of you. Good night, sir. Good night, madam.
Good night.
Good night. Listen, if you think I'm going to spend the whole night with you in this room, and that's...
And what other choice do you have?
Let me go.
Come in.
Sorry to disturb ye. Well,
It's quite all right. We were just getting warm by the fire. Oh, weren't we, darling?
What?
Weren't we, darling?
Yes? Darling. Darling.
well, there are your sandwiches and your whiskey and your wee glass of milk.
Thank you.
Will, ye be needing anything else?
No, thank you.
All right, I best be on my way.
I said please don't go.
Was something wrong?
Of course there's nothing wrong. She just wants to tell you something, that's all. We're a runaway couple.
Oh, I can't it all the time.
Sorry.
I can't it all the time.
Anyway, you won't give us away, will you?
Oh, no, don't worry. The sweet young couple will not be able to stare. Good night, sir. Good night, madam.
All right, again, what do you want? Ham and tomato or ham and tomato?
Ham and tomato?
Ham and tomato. All right then, I'll have ham and tomato. Listen, you better get that wet skirt off.
I beg your pardon.
I don't want to be tied to a pneumonia case on top of everything else. Take it off.
I shall keep it on, thank you.
All right.
Actually, I will take my shoes off. Here, hold this.
Maybe an assistance?
No, thank you.
All right.
Here.
Here you go.
Thank you.
Do you want your milk now?
Thank you.
Warmer now?
Yes, thanks.
All right. Come along.
What are you doing?
Going to bed.
Certainly not. I'm not lying on that with you.
So long as we're chained together, you lie where I lie. Sorry.
I want you to know that I hate you. Will you stop doing that?
There I go again. I wish I could get that damn tune out of my head. I wonder where I heard it. Do you know when I last slept in a bed? Saturday night, whenever that was. Even then, I only got a couple of hours.
What woke you? Dreams? I imagine murderers have terrible dreams.
Oh, I used to. Used to wake up in the middle of the night screaming, thinking the police were after me. Funny that. You see, when I first took to a life of crime, I was quite squeamish about it. A most sensitive child.
You do surprise me.
But I soon got hardened. Before long, I was an out-and-out villain, wanted on 3 continents. Just think, in years to come, you can take your grandchildren to Madame Tussauds and point me out.
Which section?
Inveterate, unreformable no-hopers, wedded to a life of crime. That's me, Pamela, my darling. The sad story of my life. Poor little orphan boy who never had a chance. Irredeemable, irreclaimable. Utterly horrid and beastly. I'd get away from me as quick as I can if I were you. Oh no, you can't, can you? Oh well.
Mrs. Jordan, please, you must listen. We had to take the girl as well. Unfortunately not. We lost both her and Hanny. He'll have told her the whole plot by now. She'll know we're not the real police. Dispose of them both when we find them? Oh, certainly, madam. Beg pardon, Mrs. Jordan. Has he? Does he? Is he? Oh, certainly, madam. Yes, madam. Whatever you say, miss. Goodbye, miss.
Well, still base. What did you say?
The professor's got the wind up. He's cleared out already.
Cleared out already.
I thought it was too dangerous with the girl and Henning lurking about. Yeah, he's warned the whole 39 steps.
The whole 39 steps? Does he have the, you know?
Oh, certainly does.
Oh, thank God for that.
And he's picking up our friend
Roy.
from the London Palladium tonight on his way out.
All the way out. Roy, yeah, Roy.
Wait. So I'll go start the car, Roy, and you check the register.
Roy. Yeah,
Can I help you?
yes, I was wondering if you might have happened to have had a mighty young couple.
Might have happened to have had a mighty young couple's thing. Well, now that you mention it.
Yes?
Well, now that you mention it. We. Oh. The gentleman wanted to know.
Up here in your nightcap for all the world to see, come to the kitchen, man. And as for ye, whoever ye are, I thank you
Right, yeah.
to get into my house, waking people up all hours of the night. Have ye no bed to go to?
Right, no, sorry. Thank you,
Thank ye, and good night.
And good night.
Willie,
Why?
you wouldn't happen to give away a young couple now, would ye?
No.
Oh, you fool ye. Go to bed, man.
Morning!
What's the big idea? How did you get out of these? And why didn't you run away?
I did, then, just as I was going, well, I discovered you've been speaking the truth, so I decided to stay.
May I ask what earthquake caused your brain to work at last?
2 policemen came here last night. The ones from the car, I overheard them telephoning. They're not real policemen.
I know they aren't policemen. I said they were policemen.
Sorry.
So what'd they say?
Oh, yes, a lot of something to do with, number 30.
39.
39
Steps?
39 steps? How do you know that? Someone's going to warn them.
What?
How can you warn steps?
Never mind that. Go on.
Oh, yes, someone's got the lineup and is clearing out. And I know, they're picking someone up from the London Palladium.
London Palladium? Who's that, I wonder? Is that the professor? Our friend with the little finger missing? What's he doing there? Funny thing for a master spy to do.
I'm sorry, I feel such an awful fool for not having believed you.
That's all right.
Well,
We ought to be
yes.
going, I suppose. Right,
What?
which
Who?
room are they staying in?
Who?
What?
Staying in? Mm-hmm. Well, they're not.
Sorry.
They drove away as soon as they telephoned. Rather fast, actually.
Where?
Don't know, sorry. Does it matter?
Does it matter?
What?
What do you mean does it matter?
I'm sorry.
You button-headed little idiot! Why didn't you stop them?
What?
This is unbelievably appalling.
Button-headed.
Oh my god!
I'm sorry.
Why didn't you stop them, for God's sakes?
Because I wanted to see you.
Well, that was a stupid thing to do, wasn't it?
Apparently, yes.
So where are they?
I don't know. The London Palladium, I suppose.
The London Palladium? When they leave?
Tonight, on the way out.
On the way out. On the way out of what?
I don't know what.
Well, that's 4 or 5 precious hours wasted.
Well, if they're leaving the country, that's fine, isn't it? Just leave all alone.
Leave one alone. Leave one alone? I am accused of murder. The only way to clear my name is to expose these spies.
There you go again, you see. Selfish, 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 selfish.
What?
Heartless, beastly, horrid, and selfish.
But much more important than that, much more important than clearing my name, they are about to leave the country with a secret vital to our air defense.
Well, I'm very, very sorry.
Which show, matinee or evening?
I don't know.
Well, thank you so much for your help. Goodbye.
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 Don't expect me to come with you.
I won't.
Good.
Good.
I'm not surprised you're an orphan.
Welcome to the London Palladium!
Hello.
Dear heavens. Thought you run off?
You ran off.
Well, it was bloody furious.
I'll go then, shall I?
No. No. Stay now that you're here.
All right.
But look here, I found him.
Who?
The professor.
The professor, where?
Up in that box. See?
Gosh, yes. But wait, you can't do anything about it. I've been to Scotland Yard.
Scotland Yard.
Yes, my uncle's chief commissioner.
Chief Commissioner.
Yes. Uncle Bob.
Uncle Bob.
Yes.
Bob, your uncle.
Yes. And they checked and nothing's been stolen. No top secret information or anything.
But you heard those men say that the professors got it.
Well, they checked and they're absolutely certain.
Good heavens. What are the police doing here? They didn't follow you here, did they?
Oh dear, I'm sorry.
That's it then. That's it.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen! one of the most remarkable men ever in the whole world, Mr. Memory!
Wait a minute! That's it! The damn tune I couldn't get out of my head! Mr. Memory!
Thank you! I will now place myself in a state of mental readiness for this evening's performance and clear my inner being of all extrinsic and supernumerary material.
I got it! Of course the police don't know anything's missing because all of the information's inside Memory's head. That's why the professor's here tonight, to take Memory out of the country.
Thank you! Thank you! First questions, please! Oh, yes. Who built St. Paul's Cathedral? Mr. Memory?
Who built St. Paul's Cathedral? Sir Christopher Rand Walker built St. Paul's Cathedral, and he done it in the year 1666.
Sorry to disturb the show, ladies and gentlemen. Richard Charles Arbuthnot Hannay. I am Detective Chief Inspector Albright, sir. New Scotland Yard, sir. And you are under arrest on charge of murder.
But you don't understand, Detective Chief Inspector Albright.
I think I do, miss. Now, if you would just step aside and let the man come forward.
All right.
He's innocent, I swear.
Listen, Pamela, there's no other way.
That's a wise man. Now, if you just come up. Get away! After him! Block all the exits! I'm terribly sorry. Carry on as normal.
As I was saying, while being interrupted in my flow of things, Sir Christopher Rand Walker built St. Paul's Cathedral, and he done it in the year 1660.
What are the 39 steps? I said, what are the 39 steps?
1660.
Come on, man! Answer up!
The 39 steps, sir?
Yes, Mr. Memory, for the last time, what are the 39 steps?
The 39 Steps is an organization of spies that collects information on behalf of the Secret Service. The Secret Service.
That's the next one, Inspector!
I don't think so, honey. This is not your story, this is my story, and I decide how it ends. You don't get the girl, honey. Oh no, you lose the girl. You lose the girl, you die of grief. All alone, you don't rent a public place flat. You thought you found love, honey? Really? Afraid not told sports? You will never find it, you see. Never in all eternity. Sorry. Richard!
I don't think so, Professor!
No need to panic, ladies and gentlemen. Calm down, please. Boys and girls, no need to panic. You're gonna be fine, old chap. You're gonna be alright.
It's just a scratch, but I'll be alright.
Mr. Memory, what was the secret information you were taking out of the country?
Is it alright me telling you, sir?
Quite all right, Mr. Memory.
It was such a hard job to learn, sir, and I don't want to throw it all away.
Of course not, old man.
The first feature of the new engine is its greatly increased ratio of compression, represented by R gamma divided by 72 to the square root of 60. This increased compression with the valves turning in a right angle, it renders the device completely silent. Is that right, sir?
Quite right, old chap.
Thank you, sir. I'm glad to have it off my mind at last.
Well,
You're a free man anyway.
all right.
Save the country too.
We both did that.
Not really.
Right. Better be.
Yes?
Do you want to?
What?
Nothing.
White?
Better be going. got the decorators and,
Certainly do.
well, goodbye.
Bye.
Well, that's me, I'm afraid. The sad story of my life. Richard Henning, 37 years old, sound in wind and limb, irredeemable, irreclaimable, utterly horrid and beastly.
Poor little orphan boy who never had a chance. This is the man I want, Inspector.
What's that drumming noise?
I think it's our hearts.
It's quite noisy.
Happy Christmas, Richard Hannay.
Happy Christmas, Pamela Edwards. May I call you Schnozzle?
No.
Right, shall we?
About time, probably.